Well, hi, Bianca. I'm Stella from Cage Side. It is beyond lovely to meet you on this bright and early morning.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So I know this is a WrestleMania presser, but I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up immediately. Me and my Not Your Demographic co-host are huge readers, and we love seeing when you share what you've been reading, and we especially loved all the books that you released for Black History Month, like your favorites. And I know WrestleMania is like a really busy time of year, but I was just wondering, is there anything that you've been reading lately that you would like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of reading Billie Jean King. She just
Oh,
wrote an autobiography. I'm like in the middle of that one and it's so inspiring. I actually got to meet her at one of the galas that we went to, and she's so inspiring. And I just recently finished up a Muhammad Ali autobiography as well.
a big,
And
big biography reader.
yes, those are some of my favorite books. And I'm just finishing up this book. I actually just bought this book in the airport. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, I have that one on my TBR. It's Black Girls Must Be Magic. It's supposed to
Yes.
be really good.
The author is Jane Allen. It's pretty good. It's really not pretty good. It is good. I'm about, let's see, how about that much left.
I mean, you're real far.
It's driving me crazy. So I'm just like, I just want to finish it, but it's really good. It's good.
I know that's the worst part when you're busy. You're like, I'm really grateful to be busy and I love all my jobs, but I also do just want to read. Well, thank you for sharing that. I will absolutely move that up on my TBR. I'll tweet you and let you know what I think about it. So my favorite thing about WrestleMania is the pageantry. I do a best of gear post every year, and I just gotta say your gear always makes my list because I love seeing what you create, and I also just love that you create it yourself. And I wanted to know, like, where do you get your inspiration for your gear? Like, how is your process for making your gear?
Usually I sometimes go with the theme of things. Like if it's a theme of a pay-per-view, or if it's a theme of whatever is kind of like going on, like if it's Black History Month, or I go with the theme. But a lot of times too, I might have I buy the fabric and I kind of just stare at it, and it's like a puzzle piece. Last year I just wanted just lots of shimmer and I wanted to shine, and so it was like full of, like, my gear was full of just glitz and sparkle and rhinestones, and it kind of just came together like a puzzle. This year, same thing happened. I'm actually looking down at my entrance piece right now. That's
I'm
why
so excited.
I made an entrance piece and it was just not cute. It just wasn't. So I cut it all up and I just stared at the fabric and it turned into what it is now. It's like a little bit of a theme to it. I'm excited about it, but my actual wrestling gear, I usually like design it and create it myself. But this year I got a little inspiration for my design, so I'm really excited afterwards to kind of talk about it. And I think it's going to go into try to go into some future plans of what I want to kind of do with fashion. So this year is kind of like cute and sexy at the same time.
I'm so excited.
So I'm a little bit excited about it.
Good. I can't wait to see it. Do you have some favorite gear that you've made in the past?
It's so hard because, I make all of my gear with the intention to like only wear it once for my big moments, so I can look at it and I know exactly where it came from and all those emotions and feelings come back to me from that night. But probably definitely my Black History Month gear from Takeover Portland. And then of course WrestleMania last year,
Yeah, of
because
course.
it's so much history and so much sentimental value with that one. And I think that was like one of my ones that were like kind of larger than life, with all the rhinestones and things that hung from it. So probably those two.
Yeah. And I mean, that one was photographed and was everywhere too. And it
Yeah.
photographed really, really well. So you had to be proud that you won the championship, obviously, but
Oh
also
yeah.
like, thank God my gear looks amazing. I did a great job.
Thank you.
So obviously last year you made history, like main eventing WrestleMania and stealing the show. Let's be real. It was the best match of WrestleMania. And I have no doubt that you'll do it again. But you're pretty, like, your career is pretty young to be at WrestleMania 2 years in a row and two championships matches. Like, what does that feel like? How does that, like, could you ever even imagine?
No, of course, when you get into WWE, when people say, "What are your goals?" You say, to go to WrestleMania. You know, that's the main goal, but let alone to main event WrestleMania. And it's kind of something that you definitely want to do, but it's, you kind of just, you say it, right? Because that's like the pinnacle of what you want to do.
Manifesting.
And so, yes. So to actually be in that moment and be at the main event of WrestleMania is very surreal. And, you know, I still think about the moment from last year, and it just hits me more and more every day. And now to be right back at WrestleMania again, going against the Raw Women's Championship with Becky Lynch, it's just so much happening in such a short amount of time. And I just take it, you know, one step at a time, but I just try to fully grasp the magnitude of what's happening and just be so appreciative of it, and just realize that, you know, some people don't even make it to WrestleMania at all. And to be here 2 years in a row, and my first 2 years on the main roster, I'm just very appreciative, and I grasp and understand how big these moments are, and I'm just super blessed to be in this position.
Absolutely. But I mean, you've also absolutely 100% like deserve it and busted your butt to be there. I even like, every time I even think about that WrestleMania match, I just tear up. I'm like, I can't talk about it. It's actually really emotional. So when you win the Raw Women's Championship, because it is a win, not an if, how are you going to celebrate? What's going to be the first thing you do?
Oh, go straight to my husband backstage. Yeah. He's always right behind the curtain. Go celebrate with him. I'm gonna go find Vince and go shake his hand. And then, you know, celebrate with my girls in the locker room, because we have the most amazing locker room ever. And then, you know, find my family. My family's gonna be there. They're at every single big moment. My mom and my dad and my kids and my mother-in-law, my brother, my nephews and nieces, they're all going to be there. So it's just going to be a night full of just celebrating with my loved ones, because that's really what it's all about. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
I think that comes across so much in the way that you present yourself as a wrestler, not even like, even in the simplest promo, like I can always tell that you are surrounded by people who love and support you, and the WWE universe can like feel that. Like there's something so like welcoming and warm about you. Like from the moment that you came on the roster, I was like, oh, she's it. She's got it. She's the ESC for the reason. That's not just a catchphrase. That's a lifestyle.
Appreciate that.
So obviously, like, your hair has been a big part of your career. I love that crack. If I could make it a ringtone, I would be like, oh, somebody's calling. But you recently got into the hairstyling game when you gave Becky her haircut. What was that like to finally just snap and take scissors to your opponent?
This has been a long road, a long journey. I mean, This has been going on since August of SummerSlam, of, you know, winning the title at WrestleMania, winning an ESPY and having all this momentum. And then Becky Lynch comes back and she just takes it away in 26 seconds. And even after that, it's just like, okay, stay positive, you know, find the bigger picture, the positive message out of all of this. And, you know, for me, I was like, okay, yeah, the title got taken from me in 26 seconds, but it's the impact that you have on people that's going to last longer than 26 seconds. And that's really what's important here. And I can work my way back to the top. And she told me to get to the back of the line, and I did it. And I've got myself back to the title picture. And now she's pulling every trick out of her book to still try to mess with me mentally, or take me out of WrestleMania. And it's just like, and I'm still just trying to like focus on the bigger picture. And then all of a sudden now scissors are in the ring. And now you're about to cut my braid. And I'm just like, seriously, Becky, like, we are going to WrestleMania. This is the first time that the only two women that have won the main event of WrestleMania are going head to head. And you're still choosing to stoop this low and try to cut my braid. And so I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I never imagined I would see scissors in the ring.
Terrifying. I was scared.
Terrified. So, you know, it was satisfying for the tables to turn and, you know, to then cut her hair. And I will say I was nice enough to at least like give her layers. I didn't take it from the scalp.
I gotta say, when you were cutting her hair, I was like, she's giving her like a pretty good haircut.
Right?
I was like, the EST was not aligned. She's like the EST of hairstyling. She can't even do a bad job here. Now she's got like a cool rock and roll haircut.
Like I'm just the EST of everything, obviously. But But no, yeah, I was like, okay, I'm nice enough to not go from the scalp and give you a couple layers. I'm just gonna send you a message here to like, let's end these antics and let's just get to WrestleMania. So, satisfying as it should have been to cut her hair, it wasn't satisfying enough because that's not what I want.
Right.
I want to get to WrestleMania. I want to win it with with dignity, and I want to get my redemption at WrestleMania. That's what I want. I don't want to be cutting hair in the ring. I want to fight. I want to win the title. So, I want the redemption at WrestleMania.
Are you prepared for more shenanigans to
Yes.
This weekend? Not tonight. I'm so ready. I'm like, tonight, right?
Yeah. I wish it was tonight, but no, absolutely. I thought I had seen every trick in the book. I'm like, okay, you have nothing left. You've shown me everything, but I'm prepared for her to try to do whatever, surprise me and pull every trick out the book. And so for me, I feel like I walked into WrestleMania last year as a rookie. I'm walking in this year as like a main event winner, and I should be 100% confident. But I know that she's going to pull every trick out of the book. I'm just going to have to be adaptable, and that's really I'm going to have to adapt to everything that she throws my way, and that's the only way I'm going to be able to win at WrestleMania.
Well, I have faith. I have faith in you that you'll do it. Yeah. So this interview has been brought to us by Snickers. Snickers is now still 7th year in a row one of the main sponsors of WrestleMania, and they do these really hilarious commercials with celebrities as getting confused or whatever. And you've been in one of those, but your husband Montez was the confused one in there, bringing home 7 bottles of ketchup, right? So
yeah.
I mean, at least ketchup doesn't really go that bad. You can keep it for a while, right? It's a Costco
exactly.
buy-in bundle. But so if the tables were turned and this was your commercial or you're confused and out of it, like what is the thing that would be happening that Montez would be like, oh, Bianca needs a Snickers stack. Like, this is not, she needs a Snickers.
Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe if I was confused about, I have no idea.
Your husband can't tell when you get hangry.
I just usually get really like quiet, and I give him like this evil eye.
Like, she's been side-eyeing me for a while.
Usually he asks me, what do you want to eat? And I say, it doesn't matter. And then he'll throw out 5 different things. I'm like, but no, not that. But no, not that.
Yeah. That's totally relatable. I feel like every wife has that, where it's like, oh, why is food not in front of me right now? I don't want any of that. Why don't you just know what I want?
Yeah, you're supposed to just know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How was that filming that Snickers commercial? It just seems like a fun environment.
It's always a fun environment. And especially like to get to film with my husband and like have like real life scenarios like that, because that's something that, especially along with his tag team partner, is something that would definitely happen with the two of them. But no, it's always fun, and I'm really excited to see the fun, hilarious content that Snickers and WWE are going to create for this year. Which they always create this hilarious content for the fans to watch and enjoy. And I'm excited to see it. You can watch it on the WWE YouTube channel and on TV screens during WrestleMania. So I'm excited to see what they're going to come up with for this year. But it's always fun to partner with Snickers and create that content.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for meeting with me. This has been a delight. I cannot wait to read those books that you recommended, and I can't wait to cheer on your win at WrestleMania.
Thank you. I'm excited. Thanks for having me.
And to write about your gear. I'm so excited.
Hopefully it lives up to the hype.
I'm sure it will. Thank you so much.